A quick prelude to say that I'll be trying my absolute best to make sure this has as little spoilers as possible. I really hope you enjoy the review. Every few years or so, there seems to be that one defining experience that makes us go, wow, video games are awesome. For a lot of people, the Neverhood was that experience. It brought some reality to the virtual confines of gaming through stop-motion clay animation, or claymation for short. The Neverhood was the definition of a lost gem, as unfortunately, the game sold abysmally, completely lacking the attention it deserved. And so, the legend is told. The Neverhood quickly slid into the halls of classic video game history. But luckily, the story doesn't end there. Nearly 20 years after the original release of the Neverhood, Armikrog has now been launched after a successful Kickstarter campaign reaching nearly $1 million.
Yeah, this does not look good.
I don't think our part insurance is gonna cover this. Our deductible is nuts too.
A successor to the Neverhood, it clearly adopts the claymation style, universe, and feel of its origins. You play as the incredible duo of Tommynaut, a space explorer, and Beak-Beak, his blind talking dog. Both characters are playable throughout the adventure and will be needed to solve a fair variety of puzzles. And you end up having to do some pretty wacky stuff, like at this one part.
No!
Okay, I'm sorry, I said no spoilers, I'll keep my mouth shut, I promise. Anyways, the art direction in Armikrog is as magnificent as ever. The characters are unique, the world is colorful, and the story is funny and a fair bit riveting, albeit simple. I do have to admit that the game fell pretty short, only being 4 to 5 hours at most. While puzzles were never brain-twistingly difficult, they never felt cheap either. They did reuse a few puzzles several times, but it was never to the point where it was annoying, because it got a little more difficult and complex each time. It was easy to enjoy myself the entire way through, as progression was always happening. I found myself perpetually entertained and intrigued on what was happening in the game. Currently, the game is a little rough around the edges. Sometimes I had a hard time understanding what I was trying to click on, either it be an object or switching between Tommy and Beaky. Audio events such as music and voice acting struggled to trigger at the correct times. Even the menu system was really dated with a lack of intuitivity and options. But already they have added some patches that are starting to smooth out the game slowly but surely. With all of this being said, I found Armikrog to be a unique and entertaining experience, but with some minor annoyances. While I highly suggest giving the game a playthrough as soon as possible, I would definitely hold out on the $25 price point. This game was a breath of fresh air for me, and I'm itching for another adventure just like it. As always, if you're interested in this game, there is a link to purchase it or just to check it out in the description below. If you enjoyed this review, make sure you give it a like, share with your friends and family, and of course, comment in the comment section below. What do you think about Armikrog? But either way, thank you guys so much for watching. I will see you next time. Bye-bye.